Hi, my name is Grace Baroni, and welcome to Conversations with the ERC5. Today, I am so thrilled, and not only am I thrilled, but the staff here at Stonegate Studios is also thrilled to have Jeff Goulet with us today from Loophole Brewery. Jeff, welcome to the podcast.
All right. Hey, thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. And I think everyone was so excited because we just figured you were going to bring us little samples.
Yeah.
And we'd all be having a tasting instead of a conversation.
Well, it's always more comfortable. I have some in the car if we need them.
Oh, okay. We can always defer to that if needed.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, welcome to the podcast. Tell us about the history behind Loophole Brewery and Jeff Goulet.
Yeah. So, it's kind of been, quite a bit in the making. We're, believe it or not, we're almost 6 years old.
Really?
But seemingly just starting out. We've got distribution now in Mass, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. We've had that for a while now. But it really kind of started out from an idea. I run the Worthy Brew Fest downtown Springfield, and we have 30 professional breweries and 30 home brewers. And, I've noticed over the years, the passion, the experience, just the gumption from these home brewers really dying to become a professional brewery. And, not everyone's got $4 million to throw out and just go and run and start a brewery. Mm-hmm. So, I wanted to find a way to bridge that gap and to have opportunities for other people to, not that I have $4 million either, but,
I was thinking,
but for other
now.
people to, to be able to get into the business.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way to do it. Todd Snopkowski, who is one of my business partners, he owns a company called Snap Chef, and they do culinary training. Mm-hmm. And he was in downtown. They had a place open for their business, and he had an idea to try and get breweries involved. And to Snap Chef is culinary training. Maybe we can do something in the beer business. And he was talking to people, and my name came up every time he would ask somebody about the local beer business. And he was out at the fort one day and having some dinner, and he's like, how in the world am I going to find this guy Hefe? And I walked in, and Bill Porter, the general manager, from behind the bar yells out, Hefe! And so Todd was like dumbfounded, and there was a seat right next to him, and sat down and we started talking about, how do we get a brewery, to open up, but then to also offer opportunities for others.
Now, see, what you just shared all of a sudden kind of resonated for me, because when I first met you, we were actually out somewhere, and there you were, and you were at like a competitor,
Yep.
If you want to say that. And I was like, that is so great that he's here supporting someone else, and you're so passionate about it. And hence your passion for getting these microbreweries out there and helping them share their product, which I was in awe. I was just like so impressed. And of course it's like, hey, could you tell me your whole story, please? So it's nice when you can connect all of that, because I did get that from you. That was the vibe I got, that you were just so passionate about making beer.
Yeah.
And allowing everyone the opportunity to do so. And I think that's really amazing.
Yeah.
You're elevating everyone as well as yourself,
right.
though. So that's really important.
Big fan of the motto, high tide rises all boats. And, I remember going back to my days at Western New England University and studying about a man by the name of Zig Ziglar.
I love Zig.
Yeah.
He is my favorite.
give others what they're looking for, and it comes back to you tenfold.
Yes.
And I could not agree with that more. So that's the reason for supporting all these other people and, trying to elevate the whole business, the industry as a whole.
Okay. Now we have to go out and really celebrate, because we're both fans of the great Zig Ziglar.
That's it.
That is fantastic. What do you think sets you apart from other breweries? Because I think your passion and your willingness to elevate someone else. But what would you say is your key to success? What sets you apart from others?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of it is the high tide rises all boats. Not that everyone else isn't generous and gracious. I mean, it's a very unique industry. The first beer that we made, it took 7 different breweries to get together for us to come and get our beer out there. So, I mean, Treehouse got us the hops, and Berkshire Brewing got us cans, and 2 weeks notice gave us refrigeration. Building 8 brewed the beer. Amherst Brewing built the bottom part on a machine that was needed to brew the beer. It was just such a huge group together. But
That's so awesome. You all came together because, again, the passion is there.
Yep. Yeah. But, I guess secondarily, some breweries get pigeonholed that they're an IPA brewery. We really strive to have a good balance of a lot of different styles of beer that we do. I know John, our head brewer, is going to laugh, but I'm sure I drive him crazy with some of the ideas that I come up with and push him to get out there. And it'd be easier if we were just an IPA brewery. Almost 75% of the whole industry is IPA right now. Really? So just sell IPA and you're set. But we really like to push the limits and come out with other products as well.
How do you push those limits? Like, what inspires you to do that? Like, I would think, oh, I've got a great beer. Let me just stick with it. Let's not add anything to it. But then you pigeonhole yourself and you don't take your business to the next level, right?
Yeah.
So how do you motivate and come up with all these great ideas?
Yeah, I think it's just you got to stay focused and diligent to your plan. We've over the years we've come up with a lot of different styles of beer. Excuse me. I've been very fortunate, been able to travel quite a bit. I've been in Canada, Mexico, England, France, Belgium, Germany, Austria. I've seen a lot of different beer styles. I worked at one of the best beer bars in the United States for some period of time. So I've got a lot of that exposure. But, I'm also a foodie and I like to call myself a semi-pro home cook.
Okay.
And, I like to experiment. But I'm very lucky that I feel that I have a good palate and I can kind of know already what I think is going to work together for different flavors and such. So, I take that back. John and I talk about different beers and beer styles, and, we try and get creative with it.
Like you, I, think of myself as a foodie,
Yep.
love that whole home chef thing. And I want to be, hint to other people here, I want to be a taste tester for food, for you name it, I'll be your taste tester. But it seems to me, when you're cooking, you can play with seasonings and adding things, and there's really no way that you could totally mess up a meal. I don't think. I really think you can pretty much pull it off.
Yep.
But when you get into baking or you get into brewing beer, it becomes a little more scientific.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree to a point with that. I kind of think it's almost in the middle. Really? I agree. Okay. Baking is absolutely scientific, and that's what drives me crazy. I cannot bake to save my life. I make you a beef Wellington, but I can't make you box brownies. I just can't do it. But I think it's something in between. When I was in Germany, I was in Cologne, and Germany's very, very, very specific to their beers in their region. And when you're in Cologne, you drink Kolsch. That's pretty much all they drink. If you don't like Kolsch, go to the next town, because that's all you're going to get.
Okay.
So we took a basic Kolsch recipe and we repeated that over a series called our house series. We had a blue house, an orange house, a green house, a yellow house, and a pink house. And so we always kept to that core, but then we added fruits based on the color of the different houses. And it's a series of 5 pastel colored houses in, originally I think it was a fish market in this one section of Germany. So that image was, repeated on the can, and we just changed the different house as the highlight. And we made a blackberry, blueberry. We made a a strawberry. We did. We've got peachy lychee coming up on tap, and then we've got a Mexican papaya and lime that we're gonna do.
I like the fruit infused.
Yeah. So, but again, it was very subtle. We're very. I don't want to say we're purists because I mean, obviously, we're doctoring up a Kolsch, which is one of those classic items. We have to call it a Kolsch style because Kolsch means that it comes from the Cologne region, of that. But so some of the Germans are freaking out with what we're doing, but we do stay true to the beer itself. We want it to be the flavor of beer with a slight fruit enhancement, not a slushy, not a over the top tongue scraping sour or something.
Right.
So it's just those flavors to enhance the beers.
And that's key. That's finding that's has to be, I think, the hardest part. How do you maintain the original taste and then just give it a slight infusion without, watering it down or fruiting it up down kind of thing. You don't want one flavor to overpower the other.
Right. Yeah, we really want that beer to come through. And we want you to try the different styles and then, really pick out, this is the Kolsch. This is the flavor of the Kolsch, and that was the fruit.
That is so cool. Like, I love the history that goes behind it. Do you put that on all the bottles? Because I would really love that. I just like knowing how you came about to discovering that, the fact that it was a German town. Like, I think that's all fascinating. Yeah. And it really adds to, which beer am I going to select?
Right.
Which country do I want to visit this evening?
Exactly.
I think that's fabulous.
It's kind of funny too, being in the position that I'm in. I'm one of the owners, so I can really pretty much dictate things that I want to make. And we made a beer de miel, which is a beer with honey, and it's my favorite style of beer in the world. Is it a gangbuster barn burner seller? No, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna put it out there. My cousin, he's an apiarist, literally right down the street from where we are today here in Wilbraham. So there's a bee connection, and the honey and the beer. It's a saison based kind of a style beer. It's just something we wanted to make, and we get little packs of people that are following that beer, and that's very so cool. Rewarding to me. So
yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic. Our time is coming to a close, but before we wrap this up, you've got to just give us a quick update on the brewery. Yeah. The location is fabulous. I love the building. I am so excited about working with you on different events. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, the building is really great. We got really lucky. We were almost buying a building a block away. And we decided to take a quick walk around the neighborhood, check things out, find how many homeless, how many broken bottles, horrible things like that. But we walked to the corner and saw that this building was for sale. And, we've had a 5-year run trying to find the perfect space. And, this is not perfect for us, but it's perfect for what it is. And, something close. that's really a neat business model. And I bring this out to a lot of different business people. When we saw this building, we knew the opportunities it had, and we had to kind of rewrite our whole business plan again. We're not going to do production brewery there. We're going to be a brew pub. We're going to have entertainment on our second floor and live music and comedy nights and such, and an outdoor beer garden in the summertime, and, all of these different things. So take with what, the things that are surrounding you and build your business model around that.
Good philosophy. That was awesome. Jeff, what is the best way for our audience to get in touch with you, learn more about Loophole Brewery, what's going on, events? Yep.
Yeah, obviously our Facebook page is huge, Loophole Brewing. Our website, loophole.beer. You can direct right to our Facebook, Instagram, and all of the different links there as well.
Okay. So this sounds great. Thank you so much for joining us today. Right. I wish we had more time because I'd love to hear more about how your adventures and how you blend all of this into the product that you're delivering right now. Well, I love your passion for this.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us for Conversations with the ERC5 here at Stonegate Studios in Wilbraham. If you would like to be the next guest on the podcast, visit our website at erc5.com.